Unlock ancient secrets to modern success. Step into the timeless treasury of wisdom from King Solomon, the richest and wisest ruler to ever walk the earth. His insights, carved into scripture and echoed through generations, hold the keys to wealth, prosperity, and a life of purpose. These 25 powerful principles aren't just ancient proverbs, they are practical strategies for thriving in today's world. Whether you're building a business, managing your finances, or seeking divine direction, Solomon's wisdom offers clarity, courage, and conviction, ready to transform your mindset and multiply your impact. Dive into these 25 golden nuggets and let the wisdom of Solomon guide your path to abundance. The secrets of prosperity and true wealth. Solomon's wisdom, recorded in Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, isn't just ancient history. It's a forgotten manual for achieving balanced prosperity, quiet wealth, and wise decisions that transform lives. And if you applied just one of Solomon's 25 pieces of advice today, what would your financial life be like a year from now? You're one biblical piece of advice away from transforming debt into a legacy and anxiety into peace. By the end of this video, you'll discover how biblical wisdom can become your greatest treasure, the key that separates servants from kings. 1. Fear God first. A man walks to the edge of a cliff, looking out at a vast, beautiful sunrise. All prosperity begins with an invisible but powerful foundation, the fear of the Lord. Solomon, in Proverbs 1:7, reminds us that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. This fear is not terror, but a deep reverence, a recognition that all true wealth and wisdom come from Him. When God is at the center, even the most difficult financial decisions find balance. This is where the secret of kings and wise men begins. 2. Wisdom is worth more than gold. A scholar walks through an ancient library, running his fingers over old leather-bound books. Solomon, the richest man of his time, declared that wisdom is more precious than gold and silver. Proverbs 16:16. Gold can be lost or stolen, but wisdom spans centuries. When we seek wisdom as one searches for hidden treasure, we learn to make the right decisions, which lead us to an unshakable prosperity. What if for 7 days you placed the pursuit of wisdom above the pursuit of money? 3. Generosity multiplies wealth. A woman is seen cheerfully giving a bag of groceries to a neighbor, who receives it with a grateful smile. Solomon wrote in Proverbs 11:24-25 that those who give generously become rich, but those who withhold become poor. This principle reveals a spiritual secret: giving doesn't diminish, it multiplies. Generosity opens invisible doors and purifies the heart of greed. 4. Work with diligence and purpose. A farmer is shown diligently tending to his crops, moving with a steady, determined pace under the sun. Solomon observed the ant in Proverbs 6:6, saying, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise." Balanced prosperity is not born of shortcuts but of daily diligence and a vision for the future. Like the ant preparing for winter, those who work with purpose build lasting wealth. 5. Manage time and priorities. A businessman is seen walking briskly, checking his watch, then pausing to take a call while looking at a beautiful park. Solomon wrote in Ecclesiastes 3:1, "For everything there is a season. Time is our most valuable resource." Organizing priorities between work, rest, and family creates a balanced life where every area finds harmony. 6. Integrity attracts opportunities. A young entrepreneur shakes hands firmly with a client, both of them smiling, sealing a deal with a confident nod. Solomon declared in Proverbs 11:3, "The integrity of the upright guides them." True wealth is built on character, not deceit. Acting justly opens doors that money cannot buy, building trust and attracting legitimate opportunities. 7. Continuous personal development. A student is seen jogging while listening to an educational podcast, her expression focused and engaged. Solomon wrote in Proverbs 9:9, "Instruct a wise man, and he will be still wiser." Prosperity grows through constant learning. Reading, acquiring new skills, and seeking biblical advice are seeds that multiply wealth and wisdom. 8. Healthy relationships are valuable assets. A group of friends is hiking up a mountain trail, helping each other over difficult spots. Solomon said in Proverbs 17:17, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity." Prosperity isn't just about money, but about the faithful people by our side. These relationships are invisible assets that strengthen us in crisis and make the journey richer. 9. Financial prudence. A couple sits at their kitchen table, walking through their budget on a laptop and making plans together. Solomon taught in Proverbs 21:5, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty." Financial prosperity is born of planning, not impulse. Creating a budget, saving with discipline, and avoiding unnecessary debt build a solid foundation. 10. Diversify your income sources. A person is shown working at a desk, then transitioning to a workshop where they are crafting handmade goods, moving between different tasks. In Ecclesiastes 11:2, Solomon advises, "Invest in 7 ventures. Yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land." Relying on a single source of income is like walking on thin ice. Diversifying spreads risk and multiplies opportunities. 11. Balance between work and rest. A chef is seen intensely cooking during a busy service, then later walking peacefully on a beach at sunset. Solomon wrote in Ecclesiastes that there is a time for every purpose under heaven. Prosperity with balance respects the need to renew the body and mind. Rest is not laziness. It's a crucial part of the process that sustains productivity and health. 12. Invest in specialized knowledge. A young woman is attending a seminar, actively taking notes, and then seen confidently applying her new skills in a professional setting. Solomon wrote in Proverbs 18:15, "The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge. Applied knowledge increases our value and opens doors. Investing in education, whether in finance or personal development, ensures we are always ready for new opportunities." 13. Patience and perseverance build wealth. A gardener is shown patiently watering a small sapling day after day, and then the scene transitions to show them resting under the shade of a large fruit-bearing tree. Solomon taught in Proverbs 14:29, "Whoever is patient has great understanding. Lasting prosperity is not built overnight. It comes from small, correct choices, repeated over years." 14. Solve problems, create value. An engineer is sketching a design, then walking through a bustling factory, overseeing the creation of a new product that solves a common problem. Solomon declared in Proverbs 27:17, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." Prosperity arises from the ability to solve problems. Those who create solutions become indispensable and are naturally rewarded. 15. Humility and gratitude protect prosperity. A successful CEO is shown walking through his company, humbly thanking employees for their hard work, and later quietly praying in a moment of gratitude. Solomon wrote in Proverbs 22:4, "Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life." Gratitude protects the heart from greed, while humility keeps the source of divine wisdom open. 16. Discipline and self-control. A person is seen walking past a display of expensive temptations in a store window, choosing instead to continue on their path with a determined look. Solomon stated in Proverbs 25-28, "Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control." Discipline protects against impulsive decisions and keeps us on a steady path toward balanced prosperity. 17. Invest in the next generation. A father is patiently teaching his child how to ride a bicycle, running alongside them with encouragement. Solomon wrote in Proverbs 13:22, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. True prosperity goes beyond the present. It's a legacy of values, faith, and wisdom passed down to those who follow." 18. Flexibility and adaptability. A sailor is shown skillfully adjusting the sails of his boat to catch a changing wind, navigating smoothly through the water. Solomon declared in Ecclesiastes 3, "There is a time to keep and a time to throw away. The world changes, and those who adapt survive and prosper." Being flexible means adjusting your route without abandoning your destination. 19. Excellence in everything you do. An artisan is seen meticulously polishing a piece of woodwork, their hands moving with precision and care, until the final product gleams. Solomon stated in Proverbs 22:29, "Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings." Excellence transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary and attracts recognition, honor, and prosperity. 20. Practice economy and avoid waste. A person is seen carefully sorting recyclables and turning off lights as they leave a room, moving with purpose. Solomon warned in Proverbs 21:17, "Whoever loves pleasure will become poor." Being frugal isn't about being stingy. It's about using resources wisely, preserving and multiplying what God has given. 21. Set clear and measurable goals. A runner is mapping out a route on a phone app before starting their run, moving with clear intention. Solomon declared in Proverbs 29:18, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Lasting prosperity requires a clear purpose. Setting goals is like drawing the map that leads from uncertainty to true wealth. 22. Business integrity and partnerships. Two business partners are seen walking and talking, reviewing a document together, and shaking hands in agreement. Their interaction built on mutual respect. Solomon wrote in Proverbs 11:1, "The Lord detests dishonest scales, but accurate weights find favor with him." Prosperity flourishes when we maintain fairness and transparency in every partnership. 23. Invest in physical and mental health. A person is seen jogging in a park, then later sitting peacefully and meditating by a lake. Solomon declared in Proverbs 17:22, "A cheerful heart is good medicine." Balanced prosperity cannot exist without health. The body and mind are the temples that sustain our work, creativity, and faith. 24. Strategic planning equals guaranteed success. A chess player is seen calmly contemplating the board, thinking several moves ahead before decisively moving a piece. Solomon wrote in Proverbs 21:5, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit." Strategic planning, assessing risks, anticipating obstacles, and mapping out clear steps is what turns dreams into achievements. 25. Trust in God as the source of all prosperity. A family is seen walking together into a church, then sharing a joyful meal, their faces filled with peace. Solomon concluded in Ecclesiastes 5:19, when God gives someone wealth and possessions, this is a gift of God. All true prosperity has a divine origin. He grants health, opportunities, and the joy of enjoying the fruits of our labor. Have you realized that all 25 of Solomon's pieces of advice are not just ancient words, but eternal principles? Now the choice is before you. Will you continue accumulating debt and frustration, or will you begin accumulating wisdom? True prosperity isn't about having more, but about living with purpose, balance, and impact. If you believe that biblical wisdom is the path to prosperity, sign up now, activate the bell, and stay tuned for the next tips, because the journey to balanced prosperity doesn't end here. It's just beginning.